Welcome to this new series of scams and fraud stories. Today's video will share about how you can get scammed while investing in NFT. The NFT scam is a fraud that targets the newer cryptocurrency NFT movement. If scammers can't get NFT holders' login details, they'll create a fake or worthless NFT project and prey upon people's fear of missing out and the lure of a quick buck to make them invest. Once the NFT gathers steam and investments pour in, the fraudsters vanish with the funds. Also, scammers can charge you money to back up your wallet after the transaction. You won't receive any coins or tokens in return. Now you know how the scams work. Let's look at a few NFT scams in 2022. Number 1. The rug pull scams. When creators hype up an NFT and withdraw after receiving substantial sums of money from investors, this scam is known as a rug pull. While they wait for investor money to float in, these dishonest developers frequently use social media to cultivate trust and hype around their NFT. Once they have enough money, they stop the entire enterprise and disappear. A pair of 20-year-olds named Evan Goyen and Andrew Lakin ran the Frosties NFT rug pull, a textbook example of an NFT rug pull scam. They advertised their NFT by making several promises, including spatial mint passes, freebies, and first access to a metaverse game. However, after receiving over $1.3 million in investment, they decided to deactivate their website and social media accounts. Also, the developers of Day of Defeat called the project a radical social experiment that was mathematically designed to give holders a 10 million price increase. On top of that, they touted a mystery plan that would be rolled out in June of next year to increase the token's price by 1 million. Well, guess what? It appears that they broke that promise. In May, the project rug pulled after $1.35 million was pulled out, causing the token's value to drop by more than 96%. Number 2. The phishing scams. Typically, phishing is how hackers gain access to your NFT account information. They frequently use email or well-known social media sites and forums like Twitter and Discord to distribute fraudulent URL. Once you click the link and submit your information, hackers can access your account and compromise it via keylogger or spoofer. Actor Seth Green's eggs were stolen. The robot chicken creator had his entire NFT collection lifted from him after Green fell for a phishing scam in May. It is not unexpected that NFT phishing scams are increasing. For instance, in a phishing attempt in February 2022 directed at OpenSea, the most well-known NFT platform, con artists made off with roughly $1.7 million worth of NFTs. OpenSea had requested that users update their contact information, but con artists replicated the trading platform's email and emailed links to phony websites to NFT owners. Number 3. NFT giveaways airdrop scams. NFT giveaway scams, also known as airdrop scams, happen when con artists demand that you sign up on their website and promote an NFT in exchange for a free NFT. When you are finished, they'll mail you a link asking for your wallet information to award you the prize. These nifty con artists copy the information from your account and utilize it to access your NFT collection. With the massive security breach uncovered at OpenSea in late June 2022, members of the NFT community's largest and most active marketplace became vulnerable to such schemes. During the breach, any OpenSea user who shared their email addresses with the site at any point had their information turned over to an unauthorized third party. Unfortunately, it isn't just fishy emails that users have to worry about. Clicking any unverified link could lead to your precious NFTs being siphoned to a stranger. This is how a group of scammers was able to plunder the Bored Ape Yacht Club's official Discord server in April 2022, which granted them access to the bake's official Instagram. When scammers get a hold of trusted social media accounts, things can get especially dicey for a developer. When Beeple's Twitter account was hacked in late May 2022, scammers posted links to a fake NFT giveaway that would see users' NFTs get stolen upon clicking the link. Number 4. Bidding scams. When you try to sell your NFT on the secondary market, bid frauds frequently occur. Scammers make the highest offer when you put your NFT up for sale. Thus, it seems sensible that you would want to sell it to them. But these con artists have the ability to modify the coin being used for the bid without your knowledge. Imagine if a scammer offers 20 Ether to buy your NFT artwork. You should anticipate receiving about $9,000. However, a cunning con artist can substitute 50 Dogecoin worth only $5 for the cryptocurrency. Always verify the type of cryptocurrencies to pay you, and make sure not to take anything less than the agreed-upon bidding offer to avoid such scams. Number 5. Pump and dump schemes. Using deception and the dissemination of false information, Con artists artificially increase the price of an NFT in a pump and dump scheme. Investors are left with worthless assets once they dump the NFT once the price increases and vanishes without a trace. Typically, scammers create a frenzy around an NFT through social media and celebrity endorsements. They frequently invest large sums of money in the NFT, driving up the price and making it challenging for investors to ignore. For example, The Athletic alleged that members of teams of Sorare NFTs football players bought the NFTs to hike interest. Even the record sale of Beeple's digital work faced the same accusation. Various publications allege that the buyer, who goes by the pseudonym of Medicoven, purchased the work to finance a pump and dump scheme involving their own token, the Wendy. One of the first NFT applications was the CryptoKitties. The NFTs are on the Ethereum blockchain. After their launch in late 2017, these were hugely popular NFT. One of the most sought-after cats sold for $155,000 worth of Ethereum. 6 months later, the prices had dropped by 95%. In April 2021 also, Hassan launched a charity token called Orphano. In addition to being a crypto investment, it would set aside 3% of the funds to support charity projects. This is a common tactic in crypto rug pulls to make investors feel they are doing something legitimate and good with their money. Months later, Orphano abruptly shut down, taking everyone's investments with them. There was no way for users to withdraw any of their money. To prevent yourself from falling prey to these scams, use strong passwords and two-factor authentication on your NFT account. Also, always take care when dealing with any unfamiliar cryptocurrency project. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Finally, refrain from investing in any NFT unless you are prepared to lose your money. And the last one, don't trust every YouTuber you see on the internet. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.